The 1x1 rib stitch. The 1x1 rib stitch creates an elastic fabric that compacts the width of the fabric and at the same time allows it to grow to and even past the width of stockinette fabric. It's great to use anywhere you want knit fabric to hug your body: hems, tops of socks, mitten cuffs, hat brims. A rib stitch is created by alternating knits and purls, stacking knit stitches on top of knit stitches and purl stitches on top of purl stitches above each other in columns. To work the rib, with the yarn in the back, knit 1 stitch. Bring the yarn between the needles to the front of the work, purl a stitch. Bring the yarn between the needles to the back, knit a stitch. Bring the yarn forward, purl, bring the yarn back, knit. Bring the yarn forward, purl, bring the yarn back, knit, bring the yarn forward, purl. A 1x1 rib is created by knitting 1 stitch, then purling 1 stitch. If working back and forth over an even number of stitches, as we are here, you will start every row with the same stitch. If working over an uneven number of stitches, you will start rows on one side with a knit stitch and rows on the other side with a purl stitch. Now on this row, I will hold the yarn in my right hand. With the yarn at the back, knit a stitch. Bring the yarn between the needles to the front, purl a stitch. Bring the yarn between the needles to the back and knit a stitch. Yarn between the needles to the front, purl. Yarn between the needles to the back and knit. Yarn between the needles to the front and purl. Yarn between the needles to the back and knit. Yarn between the needles to the front and purl. And this gives you this lovely stretchy fabric that when completely relaxed looks like stockinette stitch, but then moves out beyond stockinette stitch to create this huggy elastic fabric. Hope this helps.